Hello, this is Adrian Cosmo. I'm with both fruitful and terrible news. I've decided to do a glorious live reading of this story, whatever this is, and I've never read it in my life. It was made by Mayonnaise, who is an active proponent for posts that don't make sense. So I'm expecting literature, I'm expecting class and grace, and probably typos. Wait, oh, I really don't know. LOL, I guess also participate. Well, it's two sides of the same ladder balancer, so whatever. Starting off with a terrible Zygarde set. This is not great. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't love that as a precursor, but you know what? Whatever. Love that he has zero speed and max IVs. That's kind of sickening. Zygarde is the main character of this love story and one of the members of the bisect. Wait. Okay, maybe I'm not a high enough woke level to handle the story without breaking every bone in my body. Yet I continue. One of the members of the bisexual and polysexual relationship between him, Frodeno, and a Blade. Zygarde is openly bisexual and, as of entry to polysexual. That's pretty much it, so start reading the entries to uncover more lore. No way you're calling it lore. This is not long. I learned that it's not that long. I was hoping it would be like an hour. I wanted an hour at least of content. Um, I mean, yeah, I would say zero speed EVs and 31 IVs is pretty gay. But what do I know? I couldn't write this. Shakespeare couldn't write this. Only one man, or only two men could write this. I think. I actually have no idea. But whatever. Mega Autono with no shut shell, so it is bad. And he's max speed. Moving on. Autono is one of the members of the bisexual and polysexual relationship between her, Zygarde, and a Blade. Why is the Blade here? To fold to knock off? Autono is straight. Whatever. So she's a hag and is part of the throuple because she is attracted to Zygarde. She has a very supportive best friend in Meloetta. Autono is very friendly, having basically everyone's phone number. Supportive of what? I'm very supportive that you are straight. Girl, whatever. I'm straight and I crash the two gay men's life. Wait, is Double even a man? He is. So she's literally a foot hag, and Meloetta is supporting her. Girl, get them both out. And the Blade is no recovery fur coat, which means he's going to die somewhere. He's dead. He's definitely gonna get killed. And um Autono's gonna kill him because she's a bitch. The Blade is one of the members of the bisexual and polysexual relationship between him, Zygarde, and Frodeno. The Blade is gay and has been hiding it for years because of his dad, Ferrothorn. That is tea. That's a serve. I would be too because you aren't any recovery. You're max speed again. You know what? He kind of needs it. He does need to be max speed, so I won't hate. Why is he zero special attack so he doesn't avoid special foul play? Whatever. The Blade is one of the many walls that had Autono's phone number before Zygarde did. Walls? Are there like species? Is Mewtwo X a different species because he doesn't wall anything? The Blade isn't really attracted to Autono. He's mainly in the throuple because of Zygarde. Oh, they're gonna kill each other. I want them to murder each other. I want it to be like Hunger Games. I want them to die. They need to get placed in the ring. I'm so serious. I hope there's tea. I hope there's tea. It's gonna be really boring though, because They're not gonna say stuff I want them to say. So, like, well, I'm not gonna say what I want them to say because I would get banned. Ferrothorn, he even looks like a dad. Why are you safety goggles, Ferrothorn? Hello? Not safety goggles and powder. We're in hell. This guy should never make sets again. Ferrothorn is the Blade's homophobic father. Because of the Reddit meme. It was a bit of a serve. Ferrothorn is the canonical reason why Blade has been hiding the fact he is gay from Zygarde. From Zygarde, he's a pussy. They need to get in a closet and start lovemaking. But I don't know how they would do it. Yeah, I'm not gonna think about that. The Blade wants Ferrothorn to die to a huge power heat on V-Crate. Honestly, same. Honestly, same. Ferrothorn's a bitch. He is such a bitch because he tanks all my sport and he's always prankster when I don't want it to be. Ferrothorn is now just serve. Let's spoil the story. I knew someone was gonna die though. Wait, is he like dead before the story? Or like during it? Does the blade knife him? I hope the blade knifes him. But with what? He doesn't have a fire move. He has Will-O-Wisp, but that's not enough. You're getting powdered as fuck. Brother one owns him in the 1v1. Not even close. Edge of Slash. And that's the mom. I'm not even gonna ask about that set. Edge of Slash is Ferrothorn's widow and the Blade's mom, and that's she doesn't have a personality because she's a woman, and you know how it is with women in fiction nowadays. They don't get to have personalities, especially not moms. Also, $1 billion that mayonnaise is a straight man who wrote this, cause these these descriptions just don't give homo at all. These descriptions just don't give homo at all. Primal Groudon, who has 3 items, and none of them are Sash, so we failed. It's Goggles again. Stop building. And we lose to Mega Bro. Groudon is the hitman the Blade hired to kill Ferrothorn. I see. Girl, he gets powdered. Like, all year. Ferrothorn literally beats him 1v1. Like, let's be serious. Why did you choose this powder set? Ferroseed. Truth Nuke. Is he like the little brother? Ferroseed is the V-created Ferrothorn. Like, like the cycle of life and death. Did he become anew? What the hell does that mean? Why are there so many characters, and why does he have 10 choice bands? That's a serve. And I'm still gonna only click first impression, by the way. This is the Mewtwo X from entry 5. Girl, why don't you let me get there? I am gonna read all these, but I hate when people spoil all of their stories. It's so Wattpadian. Like, I know who you are, first off. Wattpad ass bitch. I know who you are. And you cannot fool me spoiling all of your story. Like, I just read the story. Another goddamn Groudon. He loses to Pharaoh as well. Actually, no, he doesn't. And I don't care about him. Entry 1. You know, it's hard being a wall, remarked the Mega Fraudino, leading on Zygarde's soldier. Soldier? Let me be serious. I'm glad I have someone who understands. I'm aware, trust me, replied the exhausted Zygarde, because he was. Zygarde is always at full. I lose my sanity with every photon, every sunsteel, every fucking CFC I have to tank. It sucks. Girl, CFZ and tank in the same sentence. No, you get O-code by them all. The Mega Autono looked up at Zygarde's scaly, hexagonal eyes and knew that she found someone. And I would scroll up to confirm, but he's PNGville, so I can't. Hey Zygarde, today was really nice. I hope we can get together again soon. And they're not even a core and they both lose to Mewtwo X. Hashtag whatever. Zygarde gave Autono a little smooch on her forehead. But he's way taller because he's the complete Zygarde and she's a pixie? I don't know what the fuck it is. Thank you. I feel the same, exact same. Can I have your number is insane, but Truth Nuke, that's my favorite. That's honestly my favorite move. But when it's straight, it's boring because it's like, if you're straight, especially if you're a woman, and you're straight, you know how easy it is to just get any man to come? Because I'm not perpetrating the stereotype that about like, you know, women who seduce men by being normal and like doing normal stuff. I'm talking about the men who are so desperate, like you can get them by doing anything. It's so easy. It's literally so easy. With the gays, it's even easier. They're way more desperate than straight people, so maybe I shouldn't talk. After they traded numbers, Audino tried leaping to give Zygarde a smooch, but her hops were not good enough. So true. Could I get a lift? Kindly asked the Audino, giggling slightly. What does giggling slightly sound like? You know what? It's just such a strange adjective. It's just such a strange analytical adjective you give to giggling. Actually, that's not an adjective. It's like an adverb. Or some shit. Sure, I got you. Immediately answered Zygarde as he reached out his massive hand and then pushed her off cliff and she died. Audino jumped onto it and Zygarde raised set hand to his face. Audino proceeded to give Zygarde a smooch. Thanks, honey. See you soon. And she walked off. This is thrilling. Zygarde was in shock from the fact he was called honey. Me? Honey? To Audino? He thought. That night, Zygarde couldn't sleep. He kept yearning for Megaferatono's touch. God, I wish she were here, grunted the Zygarde. I just want her in my arms like a teddy bear. Yeah, this man is never wanted. Mayo, you have never wanted in your life. You've never wanted in your life. This is so straight desperation. You need the gays to write stories like these. Gay desperation is so different. They wouldn't say like a teddy bear. Like they'd punch the wall. They'd start punching the wall. We need that. We need that. We need like screaming. I need him to scream. Zygarde's roommate, the Blade, was very irritated. Not roommate. Let's be serious. Hey, can you be quiet? I'm trying to sleep. And so am I, said the lustful Zygarde. Said the lustful Zygarde? Okay, that's a choice of words. That's a choice of I live for that. But I need her. I guess that's what he put emphasis on. I need her short and stout body in my grasp. I need her soft, sweet voice to go through my eardrums. Ew. It's just so lonely being a wall, and she can fix that. Someone like her could cure your loneliness to Blade, and that's conversion therapy. Wait, that was it? Nothing fucking happened. There's no way this guy takes weeks for these entries. Girl, that was nothing. I'm like already halfway through. Half of it was characters. This is jail. Oh, it just starts like that. The very next night in entry 2, something different happened. Very different. As per usual, Zygarde and his roommate, the Blade, were laying in their beds. Oh my god. Let them fuck. I love you, Zygarde, remarked the Blade. Ah. Maybe Mayo does know the Homo struggle, because that's kind of serious. I love you too, bro, replied Zygarde. Oh yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't know your game. I didn't know that you loved men. I didn't know your game. I didn't know your game. I didn't know your game. That's way too real. Let me leave. No, not like that. I love you. Okay. You gotta really cool it. So one night ago, Zygarde was talking about how straight he is and how he likes women. You have to cool it. Like, you really have to cool it. That's good to hear. Wait, go what? Ooh? That's what he does. And his eyes pop out, like Animaniacs. And Anvil falls on his head, shit like that. Zygarde was just laying there, still as a statue, for a good 5 to 10 minutes. That's not realistic, unless he wants that dick badly. Which, where would it even go? Where? Is it this? Is it like, is it like the blade on the bottom? Has, has, has the blade literally been having his thing out? Oh my god, since X and Y? Girl, I would hire a hitman too. Yeah, I know it's crazy, Deblade commented after 10 minutes of nothing. I don't understand. What will your dad think? Exclaimed Zygarde. Um, uh, listen, if we're at the point where this guy knows his dad's homophobic, I guess you don't have to be gay to know that your dad is homophobic. That's a non sequitur moment for me. I mean, no, it's just not the move. Zygarde is getting pulled left and right. Mega Autono is correct choice. I'm actually not Team Deblade. I think that he's a dumbass and he should download Grinder and that he should find someone who wants him because this is not it. Oh, that homophobic hunk of metal, mocked Deblade. I hope he gets hit with a huge power primal ground on V create. Yeah, that's very Wapad. You lied about being gay this whole time because of him? Questioned Zygarde. Okay, you can't just skip to that. Girl, you know what these people are always like? They're like, "Wait, you're gay? What is it like living very slightly different?" And it's like shit like that. We need to do that. We need to do that. But I guess Byguard, so it's not the same. Whatever. Fraudulent bisexual people who only date women. Like I've known. Yeah, but we have each other, and I think we can deal with the stupidity, replied Blade once more. You do not have each other. You do not have each other. You have no one. He is not going with you. Delusional ass bitch. What will Autono think? Will she be okay with us being a thruple? Panicked the ice beam allergic giant. He takes like 60. It's not that bad. And why does he go straight? Why does he go straight to Polly? Can I say that Polly's fake? Is this a safe space? Well, yes, it's my channel. Polly is fake and was invented by Twitter. And it's so that people don't have to commit to relationships and so they can flaunt their partners for social status. Which makes sense why I'm reading about it right now. Because it's about social status. Relax, I know she'll be fine with this, assured DeBlade. I texted her about this in the morning. Okay, he wanted that bad. You have her numb. Zygarde was abruptly shushed by DeBlade. Are they gonna fuck? Graphic? Shh, everything's gonna be alright. You said something like her could cure my loneliness, right? Well, the first person I thought of was you, and no one will stop us. All three of us. Alright, said Zygarde. Love you, bro. Damn, he was convinced way too fast. Love you too, replied DeBlade, giving Zygarde a kiss on his forehead. I'm not Team DeBlade. I hope he gets killed. Entry 3. In the old country house down by the old country garden, there lived a certain Wonder Garden who was married to a whiny, toxic Edge-Slash. His name was Ferrothorn. Can they get off of her? Can they get off of her? He is a homophobe, and she is what? A woman? And which of the two is a bigger crime? Expected. Hey, honey, mumbled the old man Ferrothorn. Could you pour me a drink? My back is killing me. Oh, get it yourself, lazy bitch. Oh, I'm Team Edge-Slash, argued his wife. Besides, you don't even really have a back. Huh? God damn it, fucking dementia. This is kind of Vivsy Pop. I didn't expect it to turn Vivsy Pop. A knock was heard at the door. I'll get it, said Ferrothorn with a heavy sigh. On his doorstep, there was a note, slightly warm in all capital letters. A warm note? Yeah, I don't. The way that. Um. I'm. Okay, I need to hold. Did. How is a note warm? It's paper. Did it just come out of the press? Whatever. Meet us at the alleyway between the diner and the post office, 3 p.m. or else. The paper smelled like smoke, too. Okay, so it's magic. It was 11 a.m. the time Ferrothorn received the message. Ferrothorn was so slow, so achy, it takes him 3.5 hours to even get to his car. And he's too short to drive it. He lived in the country, so it was a 30-minute drive from his house to the alleyway. The journey to his house was a long and painful one, mainly because of Ferrothorn's arthritis. He's not that old, he's from Gen 5, girl. When Ferrothorn finally arrived, a strange metallic voice, much like Ferrothorn, started talking. Ah, finally, I was getting bored. Who are you? Who are you? Yeah, because we have to talk like Wattpad. What are you? Come out, vile beast, the Ferrothorn exclaimed. Oh, you don't even remember my voice. It's me, your one and only son. This is the first time I've seen people use less than and greater than symbols to be like emphasis. Because I would have just taken those all out. Suddenly, a sword-like shape rose out of the darkness. Two of them, actually. They were both cloaked in purple cloth. Ferrothorn knew immediately who this figure was. Is he just gonna say slurs? Or, like, are they going to give it a layer? The blade, you son of a bitch. Same. I'm actually Team Ferrothorn. If Ferrothorn kills him. But I am already spoiled, so. Oh, yes, indeed. Pappy? Oh, that's not a serious word. You thought I was all innocent and such. He's way, okay. The Blade's not the and such kind of deranged. Like, there's two different kinds of deranged. That's not the kind of deranged that he is. You're wrong. I was hiding something pretty important, you know. Like what? Yeah, you don't have to hide anything from me. I hate the text stutters, by the way. Nobody talks like that. Dad, I'm gay. He didn't know? Well, this I wasn't spoiled on. I thought Double Blade was gonna hide it forever, and Ferrothorn would be like, he say it slower, say it slower, say it slower. Ferrothorn was in complete silence for a few moments. His monochromatic metallic face proceeded to turn bright red. Then he raised his heavy metal fist up. Why, you little... The bald almost immediately fired off a small fireball that made Ferrothorn wince in pain when coming to contact with it. Not the will-o-wisp, I'm crying. Oh, poor father, you really forgot that you don't run a single attacking move. Pathetic. I would Google Powder's PP versus will-o-wisp. I'm pretty sure will-o-wisp wins, though. Well, you can't hurt me. I'm a Wonder Guard. The blade smirked, even though he doesn't have a mouth. That's, that line of speak. Oh, I'm well aware. That's why I got someone who can. And I know who it is. It's not a big deal. The earth below the bigot Ferrothorn, as opposed to the other one, you know, the nice one, started to rumble. A large crack formed right beneath the two steel-type walls, separating the alleyway from the street. Hello? That's kind of sickening. The crack rapidly started filling with hot mantle rock. The rumbling grew louder and louder until a massive red claw reached out of the magma. No way he introduces himself with who's ready for Groudon. Nobody says that. Ferrothorn glared at the blade, who was still smirking. You have got to be shitting me. It's very Vivzy Pop. That's very Vivzy Pop. This guy's 12. Another red claw arose from the boiling earth, and the flaming tree trunks pulled up the massive beast. I'm sorry, who are the flaming tree trunks? Oh, it's the arms. Um, how many tree trunks do you know are red? They're also very claw-like. It's just so odd. Pulled up the massive beast that sleeps in the very ground we live in. The one they call Groudon. I don't think he sleeps in the ground. But maybe I'm wrong as fuck. Hey there, Pharaoh. Long time no see, mocked the Groudon. Groudon had this necklace with some sort of red diamond, almost like a Z crystal. He was wearing some bright colored band on his tail and his eyes obscured by red tinted goggles. Powder. King's Shield into Powder, and Pharaoh literally wins. You can't do this, exclaimed the panicked Fairthorn. Those are multiple items on one hackmon. They're not called hackmons. This guy's a larper. Dad, this is pure hackmons, replied the vengeful physical wall known as the Blade. That's a phrasing. We can do anything, except for that. Fairthorn was breathing rapidly, knowing that the Reaper had come for him. He wins this matchup. He literally wins. Maybe not with Will-O-Wisp, though. But whatever. It's because he's fucking goggles. If he had leftovers, this would be free. In desperation, he used King's Shield, trying to protect himself from the flaming fate he would go through. But it didn't matter. The ground started glowing a blinding yellow. Say goodbye, old man. Oh, is he Z-moving? Or... Because that goes through protect, like, a little. Pillars of flame erupted in the shape of a V on his forehead. Any last words? Why, yes, of course, muttered the spike-covered boomer bean. Can we please be serious with our description? Where do I even start? Well, the Blade, the reason I wanted you to be straight was to keep our blood'll... Yeah. He was gonna... That's like... Could be worse. He could have said God, you know. The Blade abruptly stopped him. Yeah, no, just kill him, Groudon. Yet, it's super Wapad. Before Fairthorn could reply, the Groudon rammed headfirst into Fairthorn. His body was mangled beyond the point of recognition. He used King's Shield! He didn't even use the Z move. And then he's locked into it because of ban, and then you just powder him like however many times, and then he struggles to death. Like, how do you lose? Maybe if struggle somehow to hit kills you, but you're a Ferrothorn, and you can also King's Shield him. Like, it's just giving Fool. No, he'll die to powder damage. It's just giving Fool. Pharaoh literally won that matchup. He was a fool. All the metal in his body was molten and yellow, and the vines were burned to a crisp. Ferrothorn was simply dead. Well, my job here is done, remarked the murderer of metal. Okay. He's getting really bored with these descriptions. Really needed the couple of bucks. Couple of bucks for murder? Alright. Groudon burrowed his way back into the ground, and that was the end of it. Once a beloved father, twisted to insanity and now brutally killed. The Blade was silent. He carefully spread the remains of his old man on the concrete floor evenly until they were almost transparent. However, just like a Kinder Joy, there was a sweet surprise inside that hard shell. That's fucking crazy. I don't like Kinder Joy. Kinder Joy's a fold. Now, Kinder Bar? They used to only make those in Israel. And then they started porting them to America. Like, I could only get them in Israel, and I don't like going there because it's such a long-ass flight. But then they started making them in America. That was peak. They're so peak. Kinder Joys are garbo. Oh, Kinder X better too. It was this yellowish white oval with green spots on it. The Blade knew immediately what it was. It was an egg. The Blade immediately... Oh, is this the Pharaoh seed? The Blade immediately picked it up and carried it home. On the way, the Blade pledged to change his dad's fate for the better. I promise to make you a kinder fellow. A joy to be around. Someone who accepts people. Someone of my own. I mean... He's gonna be 1 year old, so good luck. The film? Shout out to I really don't know a lot for making this. Hold, is this like a video? Oh, what's this? I want to see this. Are you joking? What are we doing? Dude, what the fuck? I'm just trying shit. Okay, I do not understand. No, I copied the whole thing. Let me try one more time. Yeah, this is trash, whatever. I wanted to watch that so bad. Because it's a video. It's clearly a video. Okay, wait, what if I cheat? Fuck. I hate this life. Whatever, no fucking video. Entry 4. It was stagnant at first. Holy shit, said the flabbergasted Zygarde. I never thought we would be a family. It won't be until 3 weeks from now, interrupted Audino. We still got a while until we're legally parents. Oh, so they just got together. Alright, whatever. Debray looked down at the egg. Its personality and memory resets when V-created, right? Only V-create. That is true, assured the fat nurse rat. Can you get off of her? Can you get off of her? She's the only one who has been innocent in this story. Everything about it resets besides species. The blade made a sigh of relief. Made? Although he has no mouth. Not a serve, because you already did that line. It's happening, Zygarde. I'm finally gonna experience the life I've always wanted with you. And not Audino. You're just our third wheel, because you're a bitch. He began to tear up at Zygarde's shoulder. Hello? I'm sorry. If someone was this desperate to me, mm-mm. Hey, Audino helped too, remember? Literally. Ugh, I want her to be fraud, but she's kind of goat. Zygarde reminded Blade, all of us combined helped. Actually, what did Audino do? She kind of did nothing. Now, boys, interrupted Audino once more. Who would like to place the egg in the incubator, and why aren't you doing it? You're like Chansey cousin. DeBlade immediately raised his purple cloth-like hand. I believe that all of us should place it at once. Sure. That's perfect, exclaimed both Zygarde and Audino. Audino scuttled across the room with her tiny ass legs. Are they? They're fine. They're fine. Oh my god. If you wanted her to be a fraud, you could have made her a fraud instead of making her the carry. The trio placed all of their hands under the egg and lowered it onto the conveyor belt. Spelled wrong, but whatever. Before they knew it, the time had come. Also, what conveyor belt? When do incubators have conveyor belts? Do they like is it like that scene in SpongeBob where they start making Krabby Patties from like spray paint and shit? Is that what happens to it? 3 weeks had passed, and the egg was on the verge of hatching and revealing how the V creation process turned out for Ferrothorn's bigoted bean body. I'm sorry. The fact I was so close to becoming a manager with this man. That was a mistake. Someone who writes like this. Audino noticed the timer on the incubator was about to go off, not the egg timer. I'm crying, not the egg timer. Holy shit, shouted the Audino. Doublade, Zygarde, get your indestructible asses in here. Doublade and indestructible is crazy, but whatever. The two were alarmed by the screaming white midget nurse. Oh my fucking god. Get the fuck off her. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired. This writing. It's better than anything I've ever seen in my life. This is just the best writing. It's just the best writing. I can't compete. They zoomed into the room to check out the egg. Oh shit, it's happening. Went the cuckoo swords. We're gonna move on. All our work led to this very fucking moment, remarked the overly Vivzy Pop Zygarde. Before they knew it, a thorn popped out of the shell. The thin crust of the very capsule of life was slowly disintegrating and crumbling. Stripes of black and silver separated by the protruding greenery opened the way for soul-shattering hazel eyes to see the light for the first time. Are they hazel? This is hazel? This is yellow. But we tried. The baby pharaoh seed smiled. How? How? You know what? I hope that the bottom line over here just like curls up. Curls upwards like a smile. That'd be sickening. But it's not a mouth, so. I want to watch this thing so bad. I can't, though. Entry 5. Turn 120. One left on each side. Mega Mewtwo X and Primal Groudon. Hello? Pedon made a quiet, somber sigh. Let's just get this over with. MX was silent. A statue in a museum of rebel. It was a long, awkward silence. Then he spoke. No. Pedon was puzzled. No? He wondered. There's gotta be a winner. No. MMX said slightly louder than the one previous. I don't want to hurt you. Pedon was hesitant. But we have to. But we have to. It's our purpose. No, exclaimed MMX. We don't. Before Pedon could reply, the MMX silenced him. No, let me speak. This bitch only says one word. Every single fucking day, I'm forced to do the same shit. Innocent souls crushed to bits by my hands. People I didn't want to hurt, but here we are. They're all bodies on the Arceus damned floor. This is such good pacing. Let's just drop a character and then they're trauma dumping all over the place. It's giving Amino. MMX points at the corpse of Mellow Etta on the floor. Okay, deserved. Look at her, Groudon, that innocent girl living her life free. I killed her. I have blood on my hands, and she deserved it. Fuck Meloetta, the best Wonder Guard in the game. Broken ass bitch. I hate her. The MMX burst into tears, hugging the still silent Pedon. I just can't see any more like this, especially not you. I would have killed him. And won. Pedon finally talked, but why me? Can't you see? Cried the MMX. You also have done these things. You've contributed to the slaughter. You have blood on your hands, just like me. His claws are red. Pedon was hesitant. I never thought of it like that. Where the fuck did the other four go? And why didn't they have sex? Why didn't they have sex? Like, you clearly just want to write that. Let's be serious with the story that you're writing. It's all bullshit. The thing is, said MMX, you're the only one I can relate to. And because of that, MMX said, his heart causing brief tremors. Brief tremors. Sure. Pedon was anticipated. That's not how you use that word. Come on, say what you want to say. I'm all ears. He's about to kill his bitch ass, by the way. I love you. Again? Pedon was quiet, flabbergasted. His mouth dropped to the floor. Oh, hesitantly replied Pedon. Well, you see, I'm not gay. MMX was standing there silently, a statue once more. Okay, fine. MMX fled the scene, leaving Pedon in the field of rubble that was their battlefield. Now this is real. Now this is real. Now this is real. See, when someone unstable like this starts coming at you and trauma dumping, and you can one-shot, get them out. That might. MMX was preparing for something. Alright then, the furious, roided cat said. Is he a cat? Close enough. If you don't want to be with me, then you're one of them. You know, Jews. That's what he wanted to say, right? This is why you have to be careful with your wording. Because I'm always going to replace them with Jews. I do that every time. MMX tied 10 ribbon-like bands to himself. They were all the same, patterns of blue, lighter blue, and red. Oh, is this why I had 10 choice bands? Beneath the crust of the battlefield lays the slumbering Pedon. MMX knew this and walked right back to where this all started. The footsteps of the MMX almost immediately woke up Pedon. See how this all meant nothing? Because Mayo wanted to make a Wattpad moment where you can just kill people. It's so whatever. Also, if you're this clingy, like, get over yourself. You know how desperate gay men are? Like, this is desperation. This is real desperation. Finally. The beast arose from the earth. What do you want? He said. The fight already ended. MMX still remained silent. It was nothing but silence for a few moments. Boom! Pedon exploded into a million pieces, leaving the molten dust. MMX quickly caught all the dust in a box and ran with it. Finally, MMX said softly under his breath, You're mine. You're gonna fuck the ashes? What are you gonna do with that? That's it? That was terrible. That was terrible, and I couldn't even watch the video. That was awful. But man, that was really fucking funny. That was exactly what I hoped it to be. This is a mess. Like, the spoiling with the characters, I knew it was gonna be peak. I knew it was gonna be peak. Pretty glad that N didn't steal this from me, because they wouldn't have known how to react to this. But now they can, in live. Well, I hope this video made your day worse. It made my day both worse and better, somehow. But that is the joy of PH.